Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm so glad you're here. If you're a new subscriber, I'm so grateful. And if you're an existing subscriber, I am so grateful. I love y'all. And we are going to do some more of those little mini rooms. I don't even know what to call them. Shadow box rooms? What should we call these? Now, those houses at Dollar Tree that I've used in a prior video are real random whether Dollar Tree has them in stock. So I grabbed two of these box signs, took off the back, filled in the holes with some spackle, and then just painted around the edges, the top, and the sides with some Rust-Oleum white chalk paint. So I went into the toy section at Dollar Tree and I found these cute little dollhouse accessories. I was looking for the wooden accessories, but I came across these plastic ones. And you get like 5 items for $1. So I thought this little bookcase and this clock was super cute and went perfectly with our little mini shadow box room design. But they're not easy to paint. They have a lot of little bitty grooves, and even with a skinny little paintbrush, I was having a hard time getting it all in there. I did end up coming back and kind of mixing a little gray paint just to kind of hide that pink. I don't think I filmed that. I don't know why I didn't film it, but since I already had my paintbrush dipped in paint, I decided to grab my little crate and give that a coat of white paint as well. This is going to be for the other little room, but might as well do all our painting together, right? These are the beads that Dollar Tree sells, but you can get beads off of Amazon, Walmart, Michael's, Hobby Lobby, anywhere your little heart desires. I had just bought a bunch of these and I keep them in a little drawer. So I'm going to grab some probably on the smaller end size and put them in one of Dollar Tree's little bitty jars. Then I'm going to take some burnt umber and I'm just going to go around the lid, and it looks like it's a little mini candy jar, which I thought would be perfect for Easter. Now, as always, I said this in my last video, when I do these little shadow box rooms or houses, I do jump around a lot. I'm waiting for paint to dry. I'm starting on the next little mini embellishment, so bear with me. Now, this is a medium-sized jar and one of those little Christmas trees, but I just wanted to use the base of the Christmas tree. I painted it in burnt umber, and I actually had some white paint on my brush still, and they kind of just mixed together, and it looked really neat. Now, the little cork that comes in the bottle, I painted that as well. I want to make a little cloche. Is that how you say it? Cloche. And I thought that would be really cute to take some floral, cut it down as small as I can. I actually ended up ripping with my fingers just some of the leaves and flowers off of it, and I put it in that jar. Then I'm going to flip the jar upside down, and we're going to glue it to that wooden base. I'm going to take the top part, that little cork, cut it down a little bit, and I'm going to glue it to actually what is the bottom of the jar. And then you have your little mini cloche. I can't say that word. I'm sorry, you know what I mean. Once that was dry, put the lid back on, and you have a cute little, like, either looks like Easter eggs or candy, and those two jars are super cute. Walmart sells fabric like scraps, and I grabbed a couple of them. They are so inexpensive. You actually get quite a lot of fabric. So I took an extra little lid I had and a cotton ball, and I'm going to make a little ottoman. So I just hot glued the cotton ball to that little lid, and I wrapped the fabric around it and making it tight and pushing it inside of the lid and hot gluing it to secure it.
Fill my head with roses. I can't help but dream away, standing on
I grabbed 2 of the rectangular pink beads for the feet of the ottoman, but I ended up only needing 1. That's what's great about minis is the back part you really don't see. You just want it to be up in front and center. And there's the little ottoman, so stinking cute. Dollar Tree also sells buttons, and I usually grab a bunch of them and I separate them into colors. This little bunny printout I got off Google Images by, I think I typed in free Easter labels, and I found these cute little bunny faces. So I grabbed different color buttons, and I'm gonna try to mimic like plates. So I just cut my little bunny images out. I wish I would have cut them a little bit bigger, but minis are forgiving. So that's a good thing. If you mess up because it's so small, it's pretty forgiving. So I just attached each of those little cute bunny faces to each button. I tried to find buttons that had like a rim around them, but not all my buttons did. And I wanted it to be like Easter pastel colors, so that's why I chose those buttons.
What if the wind could spread your love? What if your sweetness could reach everyone? There'd be no war.
Using this awesome book of scrap paper that I found at Walmart, I picked 2 designs, one for each of the shadow boxes, and I just traced around the outside, and then I kept trimming down until it fit inside the box. Once I had one the right shape, I used that as a template for the other one.
Dreaming of you. Dreaming of you.
I just use hot glue to secure it, but if you want to, you can use a glue stick, or you could use Mod Podge, whatever you feel comfortable using. Hot glue works well for me, so that's why I used it. Then I'm going to take that little palette and I'm going to hot glue that to the top of this box.
What if the world had more of your smile?
I grabbed that little ottoman and I am going to hot glue the ottoman to the corner with the leg showing in front. Then I'm going to grab my buttons, and as you can tell, that little palette is going to mimic a plate holder. So I'm going to grab my little buttons that I made, well, kind of made look like little plates with bunnies on them, and I'm going to position them inside that palette wood, and so it looks like it's a plate holder on the wall. I'm just going to hot glue those buttons down. Once I have my plates glued down, I grab my little bottles and I'm going to hot glue those to the opposite corner of the ottoman, and I'm going to hot glue both of them right next to each other.
With you and flowers everywhere.
And I thought I was done here, but I just thought it needed something else. So I had these gorgeous rub-on transfers from Dollar Tree, and I thought that that would be really cute to add flowers and some greenery to the plate holder. Now I wish, again, I would have done this before I glued down the plates, but it was kind of an afterthought because after looking at it, it just needed something else. These rub-on transfers are great because even if it's bigger than the area that you need it in, all you have to do is rub it, and the part that you rubbed on will transfer and the rest will stay on the transfer paper. So it was a little difficult because I did this afterwards. It would have been much easier before the plates, but it still worked, and I think this is just what it needed.
What if the world had more of your smile? What if the wind could spread your love?
I think the roses and the greenery just make this little plate display pop, and it's so cute. I'm loving my little minis. So now we're going to start working on the next little mini shadow box room. So I already had painted the box. I already cut the wallpaper that I'm putting in. I'm going to cut it in half because I want the back. What's great about that book is each page has a front and a back, and they kind of coincide with each other. So I'm going to do the floral on top, and I'm going to do the stripes on the bottom. Then I'm going to come back in with a little mini popsicle stick, paint it white, and put that in the middle to block where the pieces come together, but it also looks like a little chair rail.
You fill my head with roses. I can't help but dream.
So I grabbed some Scrabble pieces, and they fit perfect in that bookcase, and I'm positioning them to mimic books in the bookcase, and I'm making, I think, 3 or 4 fit in between. I didn't hot glue them down because it really was secure, real tight, firm fit, so I didn't even need to hot glue them down. Then I added another coat of chalk paint to the whole piece, painting the Scrabble pieces as well.
No, not like yours. Dreaming of you.
I have a little jar in my craft room, and I keep pop tops, lids. One's a hairspray lid, and I just keep them in that bottle. They're great for minis. And Dollar Tree sells that string in different colors. So we're going to make some Easter baskets. And I'm just going to hot glue the string and wrap it around. I started with green and white, and then I went to I went to yellow and white for the top of the hairspray bottle. And then we're going to make the little topper for the Easter baskets. These are so easy to make and so much fun.
Your love. What if your sweetness could reach everyone? There'd be no wars. Dreaming of you. Dreaming of you.
For the handle of the Easter basket, I cut 3 pieces of string, 2 yellow, 1 green, taped them down to my paper, and I'm just braiding them until I get the desired length I wanted, and then tying each end in a double knot. I added a little bit of hot glue inside of the basket on each side. Then I'm going to take my string and I'm going to hot glue it to the inside of each edge of that basket. How cute is that little mini Easter basket? I went and grabbed some reindeer moss, and I just filled it with reindeer moss to mimic the grass that comes in an Easter basket. Then I went back into my little pile of beads, grabbed some pastel colors, and I hot glued those beads inside of there to mimic Easter eggs. Now, if you want to, you could take a fine tip Sharpie like I did in a previous video, and you could put designs on these little beads, but I just thought they were super cute plain. With my other lid, I repeated that step using a different color string. I think this is the red and white or pink and white, and hot glued it, went all the way around. But this Easter basket, I'm not going to put a handle on. I'm just going to leave it as is. I'm going to hot glue some reindeer moss. It looks like I'm hot gluing an abundance of reindeer moss, but I didn't want to burn my fingers. So I added some hot glue inside that lid, grabbed a bunch of reindeer moss, pushed it in there and then trimmed it down with scissors. And then again, I took my small little beads and I hot glued them down inside the basket. Using a fine tip Sharpie, I came back to the bookcase and the clock. And on the books, I'm just writing some Easter sayings, and you can write anything you want on these little books. And then on the clock, I'm putting the 12, the 3, the 6, and the 9, and the pendulum also I'm going to add to it. Then I'm going to come back in with a black paint pen, and I'm just going to highlight areas of the bookcase and the clock. I thought that the black and white really popped against the colorful background that I used. If you don't like black and white, just use a different colored paint pen, or you could just leave the bookcase in the clock white and skip this step altogether.
What if the world had more of your smile? What if the wind could spread your love? What if your sweetness could reach everyone? There'd be no wars. Maybe the birds will sing about your heart. Maybe the trees will whisper the word. Maybe the sun will spread your joy to the ones who lost their hope. Fill my head with roses. I can't help but dream away, standing on a field with you and flowers everywhere. Maybe there is a star with your name. One thing I know is that there should be. There is no one who has a heart as pure, no, not like yours. Dreaming of you.
I think using this paint pen really makes both of these pieces just pop and really come alive. And you can do this any way you want. If you don't have a paint pen, you can use a little mini paintbrush. And then I just hot glued them down inside that box.
What if the world had more of your smile? What if the wind could spread your love? What if your sweetness could reach everyone? There'd be no wars. Dreaming of you. Dreaming of you.
In the corners, I added both Easter baskets. So cute. I just love these little minis. And you can decorate these so many different ways. You can add them to your farmhouse or your Easter decor. So cute on a shelf or just displayed by themselves. Earlier I told you that I had filled in some of those little gaps with some gray paint. I did that off camera for some reason, I don't know why, but I just thought it needed a little bit more added touches. So I cut down some floral and I filled in some of the openings with floral, and I filled in one of the openings with beads to look like Easter eggs on the shelf. I grabbed a little wooden bead and some probably lime green paint, and I thought it needed a planter on top of the bookcase, so I painted it green, hot glued it down, and put another little sprig of floral inside that to mimic a planter. Then I wanted to make a little sign, so I went on Google again and I found a display image for Easter, and I just traced another little cap around it, cut it out, and I used a glue stick to attach it to the center, and then I hot glued that above the bookcase for a little Easter sign. And that's it. 2 little Easter shadow box rooms. Like I said, not sure what to call these. So cute, and you can just use your imagination, and just most of the time while I'm doing these, it's by the seat of my pants. I'll think of ideas as I'm doing them, but they always turn out so cute, and they're so much fun to make. While filming this video, I hit 5,000 subscribers, and I cannot thank you all. I don't even know what to say. I'm just overwhelmed. I'm so grateful, and I love you all, and I can't thank you enough for your love and support. I'll keep doing minis as long as you want to keep seeing minis. So I hope you all have a blessed and wonderful day. I'll see you again soon, guys. Bye, y'all.